What's up, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing very well this lovely evening. It is now 12 a.m., March 3rd, 2020. How's it going, guys? Brandon, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Are you back now? Or are you still in Utah? Hey, Lisa. How are you? How's it going? Yes, thank God. How are you, Tracy? Good to see you. Yes, Tim. What's up, Chris? What's up, Tommy? How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. How's everyone doing out there? Yeah, I know, right? Right, Tim? You guys peer pressured me. It's all good. No worries there. What is up, Chris? What is up, Hustle Nation? What up? Patty, how are you? Good to see you. Back now, but leaving in AM, Grandma. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that, man. THTV, what's up, man? Good to see you. What's up, Paulo? Good to see you, buddy. How is it hanging? We have Dennis. What's going on, man? From the east end of TO. That's what I'm talking about. It's my neck of the woods there, bud. We have little bunny Fufu. What's going on? Yeah, Tim, that was an awesome live. You're a natural, man. Seriously. Keep doing lives. Those are great. Fellow reseller, soon to be YouTuber. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. You do what you got to do. I literally was not expecting to go live. Seriously, I was really actually working. I was doing some listing and some packing because I got sales. So if anyone wants to come in, you're golden. Can you drink out the 2 liter and then look at the screen and say, "That's brisk, baby"? Where is it? Oh, that one. Hey, Craig, how's it going, man? Oh, are you serious? Oh, okay. Sorry, man. Cliff's going live too. I didn't even know. Truly, she's true gangster. Word of advice: just realized from day one that no one cares about the guy on the screen. Don't ask me how I know. What made you go live? Oh, so I got peer pressured on Kevin's live. I just went to say hi, and I was literally just listing, and I said, I don't know, I just said hi, and everyone was like, "You should go live. You should go live. Go live, Chris. Chris, go live." I got peer pressured to up to yin yang, and generally that works. His internet won't last. You should just hop on here, stare at the screen. Hey, it's good every now and then. Yeah, I had a crazy sales like last couple of days, man. I had 3 sales today. No, I had 4 sales today, waiting for payment on one, and then I had 2 sales in my other store, and I'm waiting for payment on the other one over there. Freaking crazy. Is Jody going live? I don't know. I haven't spoken to him. Maybe he's asleep. Canadian Civil War. I don't know about that. We're too nice to get into Civil War. Seriously. I begged Chris to go live. It's okay, Lisa. Seriously, I don't mind. If you deal in anime at all, let me know. I got a huge haul of stuff the other day. Hey, nice. Yeah, I've actually been looking around at anime stuff because last time I tried looking for anime stuff, it's been doing pretty well for me. But I mean, I don't know what you have. Like if you have like manga or DVDs or VHSs or something, let me know. No way all three can go live at the same time. Canada's internet will be imploded. Yeah, it would be the most quietest war and the most soft-spoken war anyone can ever think of. Yeah, for sure, Dennis. That sounds like a plan, buddy. Not sure if you want to expose your email address, but I got it though, so it's all good. Christina Thriftina, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Hope you're doing well today. I got 6 shirts to list on 5 platforms before I can go to sleep. Nice. Tim, you want to hop on? You want to? Well, I'm doing listing too if you want. He must want pics. Yeah, just because I don't know if you're comfortable with having your email floating around, Dennis. That's why. I'll just remove it. Krillin, what's going on, man? Very nice. You got 2 San Marcos blankets. Awesome score. That's probably one of my bucket list things to find, though, for sure. You're in radio silence right now. Yeah, I gave Krillin the benefit of the doubt. I know he said he didn't need one, but you know, he's good people at the end of the day. Yeah, absolutely, Dennis. Totally agree with you. What's up, lobster? See, Chris, there's no guarantee though that Krillin will hop in, so I can't. As much as that's what the people want, it's all on him if he wants to or not. That's all I can say. Was that before or after he called you Northern Mexico? You know what? I really understood what he was trying to say, and I forgive him because I'm that kind of guy. As a Canadian, we have to forgive. He can say northern northern Mexico. He can say eastern most tip of Mexico. He can say whatever he wants. It's all good. It's all love. He's a good guy. I know it. You just need some geography put into place. That's all. Twist my arm. Here we go. Hey Shane, how's it going? Nice, me too. I got the craziest issue that happened to me today with one of my sales actually. Oh, we got someone over here. I'll tell later. We got to hear some stories here. Yo,
What's going on, man?
what's going on, brother?
Just giving my clothes a little bath.
What are you spraying on it? Water?
No, this is something called, excuse me, Smells Be Gone.
I've never seen that.
Neither did I until another YouTuber, this guy Wade's Ventures.
Okay, yeah.
So he was doing a video about like storage lockers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's in the Pacific Northwest, which I know could get, rainy. So if it's rainy, then that means it's going to get muggy. It's going to be it's going to be whatchamacallit, humidity rather.
Yeah.
So I says, what do you do? I mean, and if you do lockers, stuff is stuck in the lockers for, a long time. So I'm like, what do you do when something, is smelling a little funky, So he was telling me about this stuff called Smells Be Gone. And it's just, what I love about it is that it just says odor eliminator. It's like a neutralizer. It doesn't give it an odor. You know what I mean? So it's not like you're if somebody gets it, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, it smells like Febreze or something like that," you know.
Yeah.
So it just basically certain items like this is like a vintage blazer. So what was I gonna say? So it's like I gotta like this is like from the 1980s, and it smells like the cologne that the guy had from the 80s. So little by little, day by, I mean, usually I don't have to soak it in it, but this has been like soaked with cologne. So every day or so I come by, I give it a couple little hits, and then I'll list it.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Last time we were talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
That I was surprised when I said Mexico North. I was surprised. I thought you'd get the reference because because I didn't make that up. That's what Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Yeah. He made that up, right?
Yeah. So I think there's a guy. What's his name? Christian Cage. You heard of him?
Yeah, he's Christian from WWE.
Not Cage. Is his name Christian Cage or no?
He went by Christian Cage in TNA. And then he went by just Christian in WWE.
Yeah, so when he was in TNA, that's when he was feuding with Big Papa Pump.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Come on, stick man." He's like, "Canada?"
Yeah.
He's like, he made the best interviews that you could just I could just sit there and listen to his interviews that he does. Nobody it's hard for me to even watch now. They can't do those interviews anymore.
Yeah.
When he would talk about,
he has like 9-minute compilations online right now. If you want that you can see all his promos.
He's like, American white trash is over here, but Canadian white trash is way down. He's like, Christian Cage, how do you feel about being the lowest form of Homo sapien? And he always says everything wrong,
Yeah.
Those are the best interviews. And that's why he didn't stick in WWF, because, when after WCW closed up, he went to, WWF first.
Yeah.
And what happened was he's like, he's like, the producers are like telling me what to say. He's like, I tell myself what to say. You can't give me a script. That's my whole gimmick, is that, I'm wild, not like reading off of a card. He's like, I can't, he's like, I'm not doing that. That's why a lot of guys didn't want to go, because it's like, if you're reading off a script, the interviews now are terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
So who else? So anybody else coming on? Tommy?
If they want, yeah.
Did you say you're into basketball?
Oh yeah, huge basketball fan.
Oh, okay. I got to show you something I picked up today. So I don't know. Is Ronnie in the chat? I showed Ronnie already. I texted him.
I don't think Ronnie's subscribed to me.
Okay, because I know he knows about jerseys, so I texted him. So let me go get this jersey. If you like vintage. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let's see what he's got.
I'm going to. Can you hear me?
He's going all the way in the back.
I'm coming back.
Oh, we got someone here. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hello. Messing with my buddy.
How's it going, Brandon?
I was chilling. I gotta get up
Yeah.
early in the morning, but I just finishing some stuff up around here, and that's it.
All right. You want to hear the story first, or do you want to see the jersey first? Which one?
Let's hear the story first.
Okay. So what happened was, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Okay. I went to the one thrift store that I go to usually like Monday afternoon. It's a pretty decent sized thrift store.
Yeah.
It's kind of big, like a Savers almost. Anyway, some merchandise that I wanted, I was kind of hoping it was gonna be there, and it was completely wiped out. So I already started the day off bummed. Okay. Because the guy I know who bought the merchandise is not from my area. He's a guy who came from another area to come buy all the stuff that I want to make it. Because of this one thrift store I go to, like sometimes they price things up, but like after a while, like they'll give you a discount. Like if you're nice, where you'll be like, "Can you give me a discount?" They'll give you a discount. Okay. Anyway, not on the first day, but on the second week, whatever it is. Anyway, so I was a little bummed. Let me sit down for a second. So then what happened was I have another thrift store. It's a honey hole. I told you about this one lady. She's about 4 foot tall and 4 foot wide. Okay. And you know, she don't speak much English, all right? But she's a nice lady, and her store, she's got merchant. It's a literal honey hole. There's merchandise packed to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyway, she had some merch in there. The last time that I saw, I was like, "Oh, this is some good merch." And there was other stuff in black garbage bags. But literally, like I'm gonna take a video when I go tomorrow. You literally have to climb up on to get to some of the clothing racks. You have to climb up a ladder. Okay.
Really?
Oh, it's 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. It's so much stuff. But once in a while, you know, they call it reward, risk, reward. You know, you go in there, you work hard, you can buy merch.
Yeah.
Anyway, she had some other stuff because I found a nice suit that was there. And, you know, she doesn't care. Suits, here you go. Not much, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, there was more garbage bags that I thought that it came out of, right? So she says, no, I'm going to go through it later. Don't rip open the garbage bag. Because I was like going up there because it would make a freaking mess, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, come back Monday. I come back Monday. She says, no, sorry. You ever watch Family Guy?
Yeah.
You know who Consuela is?
Oh, the maid.
Yeah.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's how she talks. So I said, oh, did you go through? Is there any men's clothes in those bags? Remember, no.
No, you go.
Yeah, that's how she talks exactly like that.
No,
Hey, good, Brandon.
it's chocolate milk. I got one better for you. I can't remember what he says though.
Hi, Chris. You want to come down to the cellar and get some
That's a good one.
popsicles?
Oh, that's
That's
pretty
pretty
good, man.
Not gonna do it.
That's a real good
That was
one.
really good.
You should
Yeah, I
just
used to do that. I actually made my drill sergeant laugh in basic training because I did that and in formation. It's pretty funny. But
That
but
was
no,
a really good
chocolate
one.
milk. They were asking if it was root beer float. I drink chocolate milk a lot.
Chocolate milk.
Chalky milk. Yeah.
So let me finish this quick story. It's a quick story.
Yeah, go for it. My bad.
I'm almost at the end. But that was really
right.
good though.
That
I
was
gotta
really
say,
good.
that was one of the best impressions I
Yeah.
heard in a while.
Mm.
So anyway, make the story short. So she says, and then I always ask her because a lot of times she'll have like T-shirts, right? But she'll
Yeah.
have like a mountain of them, and then she'll have like 20 pairs of denim jeans on top of them, and obviously you know how much jeans weigh. Like you have to like
Yeah, they're heavy as hell.
you gotta lift up like piles of jeans, and then there's when you move stuff like there'll be a pile like this, right? And you want to get something at the bottom, you have to lift everything off and then put it back. It's so hard to stop there. Anyway, make the story short. She said, and I always ask her, is there anything? Did you put out any new stuff? Because if I was there last week or a few days ago, I don't want to
Yeah.
go back and dig through the same shit I already dig through.
Yeah.
I've seen some T-shirts that have been there for over a year. Anyway, so she says, "Oh, no new stuff, no." So I said to myself, let me just take a quick peek. I'm here, because sometimes maybe other people who were there move the merchandise around. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So somebody maybe could have taken something off the pile. So then, and sometimes you stick your hand in something and you feel something nice, So I felt this nice something. I felt this nice jersey, very nice quality. So I
Sweet Jesus.
come on, man, now don't tell me that.
Take it off, young man. Mm.
That's amazing, that impression. Seriously.
Clean thighs. Mm.
All right, now do you know who this is?
Crap. Was it a Knicks jersey?
Yeah, I thought you said you know jerseys and you don't know who the hell what color this is.
Oh, no. The name's
Is it the
familiar.
Globetrotters?
No,
Who
yeah,
did you
the
say?
Knicks.
Who said Globetrotters? You, Chris, or
No,
Brandon?
I did not say that.
I did.
Who's I can't see. I'm 10 feet away.
I did not.
Is the Globetrotters, are they not blue and red?
The Globetrotters. Come on, man, please. This is serious.
Oh,
time
Derek
now.
Harper. There you go. Derek Harper.
Okay. Now, if you could see, can you see this? I can't see what you could see here. Can you see this?
Let me zoom in. Champion New York Knicks.
93 to 94.
Yeah, but read the rest of it.
Body length.
On.
I
Read
can
the rest.
barely see the little letters, man.
Yeah, I can't really see much of it either.
Yeah, it says designed and tailored for the New York Knicks. This is a game issued jersey.
Oh,
You never seen these before? This is the real jersey.
Not out in the wild, no.
No, but whatever it is, this is the real one. And then if you could see up close, it's autographed.
Holy nice.
Now it's game issued. I don't know if it's game worn, but it's game issued. This is the real McCoy. So
are there like stains or anything on it?
nothing.
Does it smell like?
body odor.
Yeah.
But this is from 1993, so you know. But this is a beautiful look. I mean, look at the inside, the stitching. Look here, you see?
Yeah. Oh.
Beautiful thing. So right now, I think this is gonna go for a lot of money, man.
Are you gonna get it checked? Are you gonna get the signature authenticated?
I don't think I have to.
No.
I think you know what it is. Anybody who's gonna know. I mean, Derek Harper is probably not somebody who people are gonna make fake. You know, it's just not really like a. You know. This is not. It's not a guy. It's It's not like it was Jordan or Ewing or somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
But this.
What's up, Kelly Hustle? How's it going?
But this is a really nice piece, man.
Jody, Victoria, good to see you guys. 13365, what's up?
I'm gonna ask a G note to this.
Start it, yeah. Do that, man. Start it there. What's up, Nate? Nate Dog.
Look at my dude eat some raw spinach.
I like raw spinach.
He loves raw spinach. This is his second bowl today.
I'm sick.
What do you Popeye? What do you think? You're gonna get big arms from that?
I'm just sick.
Just what?
You want some spinach, young man? Get real big and strong like Daddy. Mm.
Oh my gosh.
I just had the bag. Let's see them muscles, young man. Come on now. Don't be shy. Mm.
Oh my gosh, Brandon, you're killing me. Hilarious, man. Did you get any other jerseys, Krillin?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm in the back of the warehouse. Now I'm in the front of the warehouse.
Okay.
So, that was it. But then, actually, I had to leave because I had to go pack today because Monday is usually my busiest day.
Yeah.
Because I do the packing on Monday afternoons. So now I'm gonna go back tomorrow. Try to peek around again. Maybe some other merchandise got loosened up over there. So I'm really excited. I was having a down day.
Yeah.
Business was a little bit slow for the day. And then, that other merchandise that I wanted from another store was sold. And then the lady didn't have, she's like, oh, I said, oh, do you have more men's stuff in those other bags? No, no,
No.
no lemon pledge.
Don't do it.
You know, and it's
No.
funny because she'll play like, like those Spanish TV shows that are like, like those dramas and
The
whatever.
telenovelas. Yeah.
Yeah, and like she'll be blasting it, and then she'll blast, like they call it the ranchero music. It's like
Okay.
a country music, but Mexican. It's like with those horns, like you probably know that music, like yeah, but more like yeah. That's but not mariachi, but it's like with horns, but it's like and it's just they blast it, and it's like I go in the store, I'm like, oh my god, please, I can't hear myself think. Shit. And then she says, no.
No.
You have a credit card machine? No credit card. But she's a nice lady. She sits in the same spot for like 60 hours a week. 7 days she sits, and she's like, I told her she's 4 foot high and 4 foot wide. Like a beach ball.
Oh wow. No, I didn't see it. I didn't get to see that, Tim. I was in and out mostly.
It's funny.
You're just exposing the spinach.
It's spinach.
I don't like spinach.
How about the mixed greens? You ever get like just the mix with, a little spinach, a little arugula?
Yeah, I do that. I get the mixed one sometimes. Most of the time, I just eat cans of straight beans, though, and then I eat spinach.
Why would you eat a can of straight beans?
I got no.
Why would like?
Oh
Why would you eat? Like, I mean,
Oh my God.
nothing. But we don't. I mean, like in America, you don't have to eat. I mean, but like you guys are in the army, right?
Air Force. We're both
Okay.
same job.
All right, even better. Don't they give you better stuff in the Air Force? I thought the Air Force was higher up than the Army.
Well, their dining facilities have been broken for like the last year.
Well, that's just our base, but
Yeah.
no, he for some reason he just likes eating. Sometimes he just feels like eating beans, and sometimes he'll eat a whole pepper. Sometimes he'll eat potatoes.
But I thought they give you. I mean, they charge us for like beef and stuff like that. Like
he chooses to. Just his life. I mean,
the taxpayers pay for like meat and beef for you to eat that, so it's not like
yeah. No,
mean,
actually, our
I buy it from the store. I
Yeah.
just get like a.
so they give us a food. Man, that's
coupon, like
They give
coupons.
us,
Like
no, they give us like just a food allowance
straight up money.
that goes to our on our check,
Okay.
I can buy beans with that.
and he can buy beans.
so
and
you guys, you know what? I know you guys. Let me tell you another story because I knew another guy. I think he was in the air. He was a pilot. I think I don't know how many. Does Army have pilots too? I know Navy has
Yeah, they
pilots.
Army mainly they have a lot of helicopter pilots.
Well, no, this guy, I used to work in a bar restaurant, okay? And we had a hotel next door. Well, not next door, a couple, whatever, doors down. Big hotel, like a Holiday Inn kind of whatever it was. And it's not far from JFK Airport where I was working.
Yeah.
20-minute ride, whatever it is. Anyway, make a story short. What was I going to say? So I used to make friends with people who were pilots that would stay at the hotels because they would come to the restaurant and get something to eat at the bar when I was bartending.
Yeah.
And these people, they come in, but they work for Delta Airlines, whatever it is, and they, they're just staying there just for the night, whatever. So they want to shoot the shit. Anyway, this one guy, he says, I forgot his name, whatever, Joe, whatever the fuck it was. So he was retired or he left the military. and then went, like I said, went to become the Delta pilot.
Mhm.
So he says, "Hey Bob, I'm not going to see you no more here." I was like, "Oh, what happened? You got a new? I figured you got a new job or a new route or whatever the fuck it is."
Yeah.
So he says no, because he gets like you guys get a certain amount of whatever the fuck per. He says that my company. I said I found a cheaper hotel. He's like, "I'm not going to stay at this hotel because the guy's a cheap fuck. Because I know you guys are in the military, you're cheap." So what happens is. He says, "Look, I could sleep in my car and I'll get the same money." He says, "I'm going to stay in this area, Jamaica, Queens." So the hotel was say like $125, $150 a night where I am, and then Jamaica was like $80, right? He's like, "Oh, I'm going to save like $50 a night or whatever it is, savings in my pocket." I said, "My friend, good luck with that." So a week or two later, I see him come back. I said, "Hey Joe, how's Jamaica, Queens?" He's like, "Oh shit." He says, the guy at the front desk said, after dark, don't leave the hotel. So I told the guy, I said, not for nothing. If one hotel is only maybe 20 minutes away from the other one, right? And it's $50 less a night, $50 less, $60 less, all right? Don't you think that it's a reason why it's so much cheaper? Because he's like, "Oh my God, I'm doing the math." He's like, "I could save all this money and I could, he's like, "Oh, this is great." And I'm like, "Oh my God." He's telling me Jamaica, Queens. And I'm like, I'm going like this. I'm like, this guy, forget it. He's going to go there and be like, "Where the hell am I?"
Yeah.
So you're always trying to save that penny. Oh, it's not worth it, man.
Yeah, for hotels, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
I mean, not to say he's got to get the 5-star, but this particular hotel he was staying at, they have certain ones that all hotel people stay in. That they're not. What it is they, it was clean. It's no frills, but the frills they had was what they would do is they would pick up. They actually had a van service, right? So the people that were pilots, whatever, or stewardesses, they used to get drunk, go into the town where it was like a little village town where I worked, where they have bars and restaurants, movie theater. Then, but that van, they would call the hotel. The hotel would send a guy in the van to pick them up after they've been hitting the sauce, So this way it works. It has those kind of, and they would also naturally,
shuttle, right? Like pretty much.
Yeah, and naturally the next day they would drive them, with the van. They drive back to the airport because they need to go to the airport because that's where they're working, So don't always try to save money, because you try to save and you end up in Jamaica, Queens,
Okay.
You don't want to be there.
Some life lessons right there.
Yeah.
Well, look, not that, what, when old people tell you stuff, it's not necessarily because, "Oh, I'm so smart," or whatever it is. I was young too. I was stupid too. But when you get older, it's uncanny. It's so weird how much wiser, like, your cognitive ability, able to figure shit out, is like to figure out the apps and stuff like that. I feel like I'm like 60, 70 years old. Like, I can't figure out, like, I get so nervous when I'm trying to figure something out on the phone. I'm like getting the shakes. But like, I feel like I'll never forget the first time when I played Nintendo. Do you remember the original NES Nintendo?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know now people are playing it as like a throwback.
Retro.
Yeah, I remember when I played, I was like maybe 7 years old. Okay. And the first game that it came with was Super Mario Brothers. And I was jumping and running and doing this and doing that. And then my father, parents got it for my birthday. This is I got it when it first, like around when it first came out. Not the first one to get it to come out, but around the first time.
Yeah.
Anyway, my father, he couldn't figure it out. It's got 2 freaking buttons. Okay, A and B. He's like, what the hell am I doing? And I'm like, what is my dad? Look, wait, he can't figure this shit out. Is there something wrong with him? What the hell is this? Do you know what I mean?
So you mean to tell me, with experience, this guy will stop eating spinach?
Next week he's gonna stop eating that spinach. 'Cause you know why? He's gonna get sick of that spinach. Let me tell you something.
That's not true. I've been doing this for years.
How old? What? 2 years?
I mean, this is before the Air Force.
How old do you think he is?
Oh wait, how old am I? Or
Aren't
who?
you guys like 20 years old?
I'm 24. How do you think he is?
A little about the same age, I would figure.
No, he's 19.
Oh shit, he's a baby, so of course.
So he has to eat his spinach so he can grow.
So get big and strong.
Bro,
Like Popeye.
Bro, I'm 6'3".
Oh, okay.
Got to build
Yeah.
those 24-inch pythons.
That's like the one thing that he does not
I'm
like.
working on it. I'm working on it.
You're gonna get sick. Now, what kind of dressing you put on there? A little Earl and vinegar?
I put no dressing on there.
Nothing.
Sometimes I do.
Out the bag. Out the bag.
I love Italian dressing.
There you go. You got a supporter
Right
there.
there. Look at that. Look at that.
You got a supporter. Patty's supporting you.
Now you be careful of those recalls. You know they recall that spinach, the bag spinach a lot. You know that, right? I'm not giving you the bullshit.
Yeah, like
You can
I
Google
hear,
it.
I hear
Don't go by
about
me.
that.
I'm already
coronavirus, all that's in it.
I'm already-
Nah, come on. I'm not playing. I'm not. Look, I don't play around. If you go, like sometimes what happens is like certain time. I think in the summer or whatever, what happens is that What do you say, Chris?
No, someone's in the chat. Or
They said it right.
in the stream.
Somebody said it in the stream about it being recalled. The bag spinach.
No, someone's
Sell-
trying to join right now.
Oh, then put them in.
Well, it's pretty dark. I don't
I
want
like
any.
spinach salad.
I don't want
I
any
like spinach.
phantom buttholes coming in.
Uh-oh.
I like spinach salad. Don't get me wrong, but the whole I like the
Oh,
like I said.
no.
Is that you,
Is that
Lobster?
lobster?
This is his night job at the strip club. Just
Okay. All right.
Who is
Yeah,
that?
it's me. Hold on, I'm going to show you my nutsack. You ready?
Oh, jeez.
Don't even joke about that, man. This guy's trying to build up a channel, and you're already busting his balls. Come on.
by showing yours.
What's going on, Chris?
Not much, man. How are you doing?
Good. Brandon, grilling. Brandon, you leaving tomorrow?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Driving to West Virginia tomorrow.
West
Oh,
Virginia.
alright.
And yeah, I listen to that song every time.
And now you guys are in North Carolina, right? You said?
Yeah. It's not far. I mean, it's to home. It's 6 hours, 6.5, 6 or 6.5.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's like nothing. It's like But that's where you're from?
Yeah.
Is
If you're our sports fans, that movie We Are Marshall with Matthew McConaughey,
I heard of it, never saw it.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that movie. Yeah.
that's my hometown. I can see the stadium from the house. So like that,
So what do you live in that in the mountains? What happened? Took your muffler off or something?
It's where
That's a-
lobster is
I don't
from.
know.
Now wait,
they're-
it's in the mountains you are?
No. I'm in. Well, I mean, it's a hilly. It's like a more of a hilly area, but it's not like in the Appalachian part of West Virginia.
It's on the other side or on this side?
It's on the west side. It's the tri-state area of Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia.
Yeah, I thought that was Appalachia. No?
It's not too mountainous there. It's like there's a lot of hills. It's not flat, but it's not like the mountains like that is like Appalachia.
The hills.
Okay. So nobody on the porches with the banjos.
Yeah. Not a lot of that going on.
Good. But now you have to drive over the mountains and shit like that. I mean, is it like
Yeah. It's a good drive. I mean, I go through like 2 big mountain tunnels.
Yeah.
Go through those and go right through the Appalachian Mountains.
because I was asking this guy, this guy Cernox connection?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in, I know where he's at, Martinsville.
Yeah,
Martin.
but that's what, because he's asking me about. He's like, "Oh, I'm in West Virginia," and I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, I'm only a couple of hours from DC," and I'm like, "How could you only be it doesn't make any logical sense."
It's just the way that because this is how the state is shaped like that, and so he's right
Yeah.
here, and then DC would be like right there, and then I'm
I
over
know,
here.
it's weird, but nobody would think if you say, "Oh, I live near where do you live? West Virginia. I live near DC." know,
Yeah, just the way that it's shaped, you would never think that it's the peninsula that it is.
yeah, one little strip.
One
land
little
of,
strip, yeah.
I see. I'm learning something here too. So
Most people don't know anything about West Virginia. They think it's the western part of Virginia.
yeah, they don't know.
Like I've told several people being in the military that I'm from West Virginia, and they say, "Oh, I have family in Richmond
Roanoke.
or Roanoke," and I'm like, "Okay,
Roanoke is real country, man. That's real.
yeah, I've been there. Been
That's
there.
real countryside. That's the real, you know.
we get thrift stores up there. Hey Mel, how's it going?
Oh, what is she doing? Oh no, that's not England. That's Australia. Never mind.
That's Australia.
Mix up my Anglo countries.
There, Tim said he can get to West Virginia in an hour. He's in DC.
Oh yeah.
Now I want to go home and sing the song.
Oh, country roads.
Yeah, right.
I'll be singing it for sure.
I'm sure when you go through the tunnel.
Yep.
Now you gotta drive over by yourself.
No, my girlfriend Josie's gonna be going with me.
Oh, that's nice. So you met? She's in the Air Force too.
No, it's interesting. We actually met. She was visiting family in Okinawa, Japan, where I was stationed for 3 years.
Now you told me the story. Yeah. So where does she live?
Utah. That's where I just got back from the other day.
Holy shit! My God, everything is so far away.
Yeah.
But I guess you're a pilot. I'm not into planes, so you're a pilot. You said you are. Are you a pilot or no?
That's the number one question the Air Force people get. Every single job you have on the outside is in the Air Force. Like every single job you could possibly think of.
Don't tell me you're like a cook or something.
Oh, what if I was though? He's about to just roast me for being anyway. Yeah, we get paid the same regardless, unless you're an officer.
What do you what do you do? A mechanic?
I work. Yeah. I test hot dog wieners. Anyway, no, I work avionics systems for F-15s, like the fighter jets. So I do work on the aircraft.
Yeah, you're not the cook. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you look like you're in shape. You can run the 100-yard dash. You know, like they're not gonna put people like me and Chris to do like that kind of like physical.
Hey, what are you
stuff.
trying to say, Krillin? Say I can't do it? Jeez, man.
No, first of all, Chris
in
is
shape.
Talk about not having any faith in me.
I mean, hey, at least I wasn't in the Marine Corps.
Shut your
forget
pie
that.
hole, son. Shut your pie hole.
You don't want to be in the movie.
That's the difference between me and Brandon. Marines will walk home in the dark.
Yeah.
Air Force babies will drive a car with hot dogs in their hands.
Yeah, we eat hot dogs, not crowns. So.
So, but now you said you work on, when you say you working on the planes physically, or you working on like the design, like I mean like training people. Like, what do you do for the plane?
There's two aspects of my job being basically we just work electronic systems for the jets.
Okay.
So there's two ways that you can do that. It's flight line, like on equipment and off equipment, like on the jet and off the jet. I definitely have it better off the jet because I don't work in the elements. I don't work, very, very like expedited hours.
Okay, but the machinery itself you're working on. So like they bring it, and they bring it into the shop, and you're like a mechanic in the shop.
Yeah. The best way for me to explain it, it's like an AutoZone worker is like out there hooking their computer up, and they're like, "Hey, this, and this could be bad," and so they'll take all that stuff back, send it to us.
All right, but now let me ask you a question. Do you fly the plane to test? Oh, so you've never flown a plane?
No, I never will.
Well, you can't just ask the guy, be like, I want to fly the plane. Give me the keys.
Well, no, they do incentive flights though. Right, I don't fly it, but I could be a part of a takeoff. And
yeah, now do you think like these planes
can I fill in?
I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying it'd be funny. It'd be like, hey, Captain, can I sit there and take this for a spin?
Yeah, why not? Is it? I mean, I don't know. Look, I have no clue. I told you about flying. So
Yeah.
is that much hard? Like the people who drive, like you know, some other plane. Is it more difficult to fly like those F-16s?
Mine are F-15s.
Okay, is it a big difference? It just sounds like a number off.
They're bigger. F-15s are bigger and they're twin engine instead of single engine like F-16.
Okay, one motor.
Yeah, they do look different. Like you can actually tell a pretty good difference if you're looking at them side by side. Size, especially.
And what's the new one? The F-35. That's the new one.
Yeah, that's the newest one, the 35, and then before that was the 22, and then before that they didn't really come out with anything new since the 70s.
But they all do the same shit. They fly in the air, they drop a bomb, and blow somebody up. What else do they do?
So you have air to air, you have air to ground, you have stealth capabilities that the 35 does have. 22s also have. I mean, they do play a part. However, the 35 is kind of stepping on the toes of the older stuff. That is, it's kind of like making them, not that they're obsolete, but it's challenging them. And the fact that we're wasting a ridiculous amount of tax dollars on keeping both operational, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got an aircraft that is supposed to be superior, that is 45 years old. And we're sitting here like repairing them. Some of the contracts, we have parts we can't even get. Like we just can't. They're not made
for the F-16, for the F-15.
Yeah, they're not made anymore. So we literally have to just say, okay, well, I guess we're just going to sacrifice. I mean, I'm not 100% sure how they do it on the flight line, but the fact is, if we can't order it, that means that part. If we can't, we have this little card that we can't order, and no one will ever make it. It's impossible for someone to make it unless the old machines, come back up running again. Then we have this whole part, like for instance, we work on the heads-up display unit, like you see on movies where like you see like the glass and all the displays come up.
Yeah.
So we work on those, and so theoretically, those we have all the parts for because they're extremely important and they break a lot. So the parts they made a ridiculous amount of them, and they continue to have contracts for them. But sometimes we'll get something that just you never would think would go bad, and so we'll order it. And then it'll come back saying they don't have any in stock, and they never will. And so they'll just like.
So you only work on that one plane.
I have the capability for my training to work on 3, but I only work on 1, and I'm only going to stay working on 1 until they come out with like options for us to go work on those other ones. Like I can work on the B-1 bomber. You know what those look like? The wings fold out.
The big.
Not that's the B2. The B2 is the big black, thin, looking like a batarang kind of thing.
Oh, that one. Okay.
The B1,
the one from like G.I. Joe. That's what we know. We know stuff from G.I. Joe.
The B1, they can 3D print it. They can't 3D print an intricate circuit card that was worth $25,000.
Oh, damn.
Thrifting 365. Yeah, I work on stuff that's like there's just box, and it looks like an Xbox. More so like a desktop computer. And you look at the tag on it's like $375,000. It's just ridiculous. Oh. And yes, I broke them. Just messed up and broke them. And
you don't look. Obviously, if you're in the service, you can't deny what they say. I can't confirm or deny. But
I deal with certain classified stuff, but it's nothing. Like I have like one or two
guys. I told you I knew that guy who was a whack job. He was in the Marines. He was out of his mind, and he used to do like what Lobster does, like walk in the desert for like a month, and now he just goes to Savers every day and tries to find jewelry drawers and tries to find silver rings. Anyway, so what happened was he used to tell me about guys that would mark things damaged, and because then they auction it off.
Yeah,
and then people would try to go back and buy it. But they knew it was not bad, but it was kind of bad, but they knew how to fix it. So they would mark it bad. And then, all different kind of equipment, because that's what they do. After a certain amount of time, they send everything to auction, Yeah. I never been to these auctions. I don't know where the hell these auctions are, but somebody told me that they sell this stuff like the stuff goes dirt cheap. at these military auctions.
Yeah, no, it's really good stuff. Like you can find a lot of really good stuff, and it's hardly ever broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, you have all these things come down where it's like, oh, we've got a surplus, or oh, we've got
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just there's a lot of things, and like for instance, we have things where I'm not allowed to fix. Like it's like I can solder. I know how to solder. I know how to do a lot of little things here and there from working on cars and stuff, just like little stuff. And then they're like, hey, you technically don't have the technical data to work on this. And if you work on this, and and we catch you doing it, you could get in trouble. But then they're like, oh, well, it's not worth us sending it to the people that can work on it. So we're just gonna send it out. And like,
because that's what happens. Somebody's getting paid. There's people that they don't put it in the newspaper, but there's a lot of guys who are commanders that get in a lot of trouble and they go to jail and stuff like that because
they hide that shit. They sweep that under the rug. Anyone like all the higher ranking people getting in trouble and stuff. Oh, they'll go to the links to, if they can't hide it, they'll just they just say, okay, well, you're fine. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there was a guy a couple years ago. He's going to jail. This guy was in the Navy for a few $1 million. They would, kind of, like, this parts are no good. Don't worry, because that's what happens. A lot of guys, that's what they do. When they leave, they get a job with the company that sells the shit. Wait, is that Tommy?
Yeah,
I can't read.
He's a friend that makes transmission modules for Hummers to get better fuel mileage for the military. Buys them from China for pennies and sells the military for lots.
Probably a ridiculous amount of money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And is that's so? And look how bad it says in our country. That we order stuff from China for our military. The most important shit.
Half the stuff that we get, everything's made.
You would think and you talk about the expensive shit, and it's like the last thing in the world. Like that's why I'm gonna leave it here on the political stuff. I'm not gonna go too far, but that's why when you hear a lot of people say, "Oh, China steals the intellectual property," right? That's really not true. Okay, and obviously I'm not defending the Chinese, but what happens is our corporations and people are so greedy. They send these, like, if they need some kind of motor for a plane, or let's say you're General Electric and you need some kind of little motor made, instead of sending it in America to be made, they want to make more money, and they want to. So what they do is, they outsource it, and then of course now the Chinese, they have all the blueprints for this motor. Obviously, they have it. You gave it to them. They didn't steal it from you. Yeah. You gave it to them because you were so greedy. You want to get a bigger bonus on your check so you can whatever it is, as an executive. But you gave them this technology to create this engine, create these wiring, whatever the fuck it is. Mm-hmm. And then years later, because then obviously they're going to copy it and they're going to use it for something else. They're not stupid. They're going to copy it. So then they say, oh, well, they stole it. Stole it my ass. They didn't steal nothing.
It's like,
right?
Yeah. It's like one of the biggest, like Chevrolet, right? That's like a big American company, right? But in reality,
iconic.
The Duramax diesel, like rolling coal diesel, America.
Yeah.
A lot of the parts for that engine are made in Japan. Like, it's not China. I'm just saying, like, it's made in Japan. And I always tell my redneck buddy that, and he gets all upset.
Of course. They don't like that shit because you know what it is. Number one, it's not even obviously. Number one, a lot of people lost their jobs. That's one thing, which I don't blame.
That sucks. You shouldn't be able. I mean, there should be something, between tariffs or whatever it needs to be. I don't know. I'm not a financial guru or anything. I'm just saying, like, the jobs need to stay in America. Like, these companies shouldn't be like claiming to be American companies and then.
It is. It's deception. It's because the consumer is really the one in control because they can decide not to buy it. But what happens is the laws are saying, like you said, oh, this is made in America. Like you said, oh, it's a Chevy made in Ohio or Michigan or whatever the hell it is, but it's really not. Only it's assembled.
Yeah.
That's why when you look at the iPhone, it
Yeah.
says the iPhone is made in Silicon Valley, but it's assembled basically in China with all their shit. You know what I mean? The software stuff is made in America, but you can't really say, you have to be clear, but with cars, they don't say that. They don't say, it's so much, blah, blah. I don't know.
Hey, Lobster, you're home now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There's gonna be an issue probably, I'd say in March, the whole supply of China's parts and whatnot with that whole coronavirus thing.
I was thinking
It'll be
about that. And
It'll
also,
be a huge problem.
theoretically, now this is something I don't know if I've been kind of absent from what people have been talking about it on YouTube, but theoretically, would people be more nervous, I guess, to purchase from people on eBay or Poshmark?
No. If you're a Chinese seller, yes. If you're not a Chinese seller.
Well, it's in America now, though.
What are you talking about now?
So for the coronavirus.
I understand, but in America, we have 50 cases. In China, you have like 100,000. So it's not.
Oh, I'm not telling them they should be. I'm saying, like, do you think some people might, like, I'm sure that maybe a very small percentage, but maybe it might become a more serious thing. I don't know.
No, because, well, I'm talking about, let's say, as for right now, if it's only a few hundred cases or whatever it is, and, I'm not trying to downplay if a dozen people die, obviously. But if
I get what you're saying.
But less than 100 people die in America, then it's going to be like nothing. You know
that
what I mean?
happens every day in America.
Exactly. So it's not going to be a big deal. Like in China, there's hundreds of thousands, and there may be even more. That they're not. They're shutting down a lot of shit there. You know what I mean? And even Japan has a tremendous amount. They have people there. They're cleaning out the shelves in Japan too right now. They're closing schools in Japan. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah, there was plans about the Olympics too, like how if they're even gonna do it because of that. What's going on right now?
They got a plan for. If I was the running the show, you got a plan for no. You got to play it by ear. You know what I mean? And even Japan
What's going on, Brad?
has
See you, man.
Polybags.
As if they were near.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. That maybe in the back of someone's mind, they might be scared of it. I mean, I'm not. I'm just saying some people are have a different.
But China for sure.
Yeah, for stuff coming from China, yeah, for sure.
Right now I won't even eat Chinese food, man.
Oh, come on. Really?
Let me tell you something. The restaurants here, people come from China they're not stopping flights. I hope you know that. So right now, as we speak, they still let flights come in from China. Guys still sneak here from China. They could be people carrying the disease from over there. Okay. And the workers, the Chinese workers at the restaurants here, they're from Chinatown. That's what, so when people come here right off the boat, literally, they go into Chinatown. So that's downtown. So you don't know who's passing off who to what. So, right now I'll take a break on Chinese. Look, there's plenty of food out there. I can eat other, there's other food, you know what I mean? Let them figure this shit out first. I'm not eating Chinese. Yeah. I'm not saying it to smite them. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, damn those Chinese food takeout places. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, these people, you don't know who these people live with. They don't live where I live. They live in Chinatown. They pick them up in the van. They have those church vans that they pick those employees up in.
Tommy said more people die from choking on pretzels each year.
Yeah, but I know people have been saying that all day. More people die from this, more people die from that. But guess what? This really could get much worse.
It could. Yeah.
It really could, because, I'm not trying to fearmonger either, but, it really, because our shit is really disorganized here. We've been very lucky with a lot of stuff in this country. This country is really big.
What's interesting is that we've always had the coronavirus, and this particular strand, the COVID-19, is actually a rogue virus that they don't have a cure for.
Yeah.
I mean, more people have died from just the regular flu than this. And then I was reading an article earlier, I think it was this morning, where they were talking how they were comparing it to the SARS. I think the SARS was only 800 deaths worldwide.
Yeah.
I think that's the fear, is that it's non-curable at the moment.
Yeah, what are you gonna eat? The guy, and that's the thing is, the guy who blew the whistle, he's already dead.
Yeah.
The guy. Think about it, and he wasn't gonna say, "Well, it's mostly elderly and in the infirm." Listen, the guy was like a 35-year-old doctor, in top shape, and the guy died from the corona. So, and this is a guy who's this guy knows how. He's a freaking doctor, and he died. So.
Well, I do know one thing, though, with the whole virus thing affecting the world and the market and everything else that goes into play economically. Like, I can't even get face masks anywhere. They're hard to get. There's no supply for them. I think 3M is working 24/7, and they only have 30 million on hand. I think the CDC or the U.S. government said they wanted over 300 million readily available for the market.
Yeah,
for
the government, they get
first responders and stuff like that.
Yeah, the government gets the first.
Right, let me ask you this question though: the 3M, do they make it actually in Minnesota, or do they make it in friggin' China?
No, they make it here in the States.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was thinking too, from a business standpoint. It's like for the Qualcomm phones, like you were mentioning earlier, Grilla, like all the parts and whatnot come from China and then over. Those manufacturers aren't being able to produce those parts. Those phones are going to have to go up in price because there's not going to be. And then I'm thinking as resellers, that might be an edge for us. For people who sell phones, they're going to jack their prices up.
Bro, people who sell anything online, I got news for you, because what we are as resellers, we fill the holes of the market. That's what we do. That's our job. We look at that's what makes eBay and these sites successful. You can look at the comps when you're at the flea market, or when you're at a garage sale, no matter where you are, or you're at a Walgreens looking to do RA, whatever. You look at the price. You see what it's selling for on eBay. If it ain't selling for a lot, you put it back. If it's selling for good money, you're picking it up. That's basically what it is. I mean, we just fill holes. And you know what? When the merchandise is not going to be coming from China, people are going to have to go to online. They're going to have to go to to eBay, to Amazon, whatever it is, and there's going to be more traffic online just for that purpose. There's going to be less. Even I went to Costco today, or BJ's rather. They were short on merch. I'm looking at, because I could tell. I look up, you can look up at the rafters, whatever it is, in the racks, whatever. They have those pallets backed up with the merch, and it's like I could tell they're low on merch. They're not getting some kind of deliveries or something. Deliveries are being diverted or something, whatever it is. I noticed that today. I couldn't get the cat litter that I wanted. I had to buy a different cat litter.
Hey, Georgina,
I'm
how's it
going
going?
through my Amazon account tomorrow and my eBay account, and I'm jacking everything up by 10%.
Look, I mean, you don't have to go too crazy. But, but I don't know what kind of products if you have. If you're selling coffee mugs, I don't know if that's going to,
The only thing he has is 3M face masks and hand sanitizer. That's all he has.
gloves.
And hot dog buns.
And hot dog buns. Yeah, I sell the wieners. He sells the buns. So
It's funny. What time is it? Is it like 1 a.m.?
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
like 1:10.
Oh shit! I'm sitting here bullshitting with you guys. I gotta get back home, man. I can't be in here all night.
yes, you can.
I got some crazy characters. I got that pool hall next door here. I don't want to get robbed here in the middle of the night. But it is kind of nice being able to stay here all night.
What's wrong with coffee mask? Yeah, you just a coffee filter and a rubber band. There you go.
No, but these masks are special masks. You know, like these are not, body shop, sanding masks. These are more like respirators, I believe, right, Lobster?
Yeah, M95 and
The
M99.
N95s.
Well, they
Yeah,
have the
N95s. Yeah.
The 99 is even more so, but it's
Yeah, because a dust mask is not going to help you with a virus.
right.
You're going to breathe that shit in. It's not like when I used to work in a body shop, guys would use the wrong mask. They would use the wrong shit. They didn't understand the difference. It's a respirator is different than the fucking dust mask. These guys are retarded. They don't know what they're doing.
Hey, Krillin,
Yeah.
would you sell them?
Would I sell them what?
The masks.
What do you mean? Like, I don't understand what I sell everything. What the hell? Huh?
Right, but
What do you-
like they're like would you sell them for the price that everyone's getting them for, like on eBay and Amazon right now?
I heard they're pulling a lot of the items like that are like being jacked, like with
So-
price.
But the thing is, like, if you're
honestly, what I would do is I would sell for whatever the market. I mean, obviously, like you said, if they're saying, that if you can't sell for too much, then I wouldn't try to purposefully, sell it for too much, but I would sell it for whatever the market is. I mean,
yeah, the market's all up right now. Like
Yeah.
for those 3M M95, you can't. They're like what, like $20 or $30 a piece.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny when people talk about gouging, right? Because now we're getting more political. Like, literally, okay, there's a company, actually, you probably know them. They're in West Virginia that makes the EpiPen, right? Now they jacked up their price from $100. This is an item that costs $5 to make, from $100 to $600. Okay, now I don't remember anybody going after them for price gouging. They have a special patent on it that nobody can compete with them, which is freaking bullshit. It's corruption. So drug companies, or how about this? The airlines. How many times people who had an airline ticket, now they need to change it, and then they triple the price? Like, how is that like, it's just so weird when people decide about price gouging. It's like, we see price gouging every day. So what? Squeeze a couple little sellers here and there that are raising prices, but if you're every day we have this, we get gouged all the time, and it's like nobody even thinks twice. My little rant.
No, I mean I definitely get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a reason why they're paying. I mean, how much really are they paying? Look, if a case, what is it? What is a case of masks 20? Now people selling for 30. Or 40.
No. It's not a case. Like each individual one selling for like $20-$30 for M95.
Well,
More
that's
Income was saying he sold his for 45.
yeah, but that's one mask.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's a special mask. That's not a regular mask that you find at Home Depot. That's a special.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
You can't.
But they're cheap to get. That's the thing.
What?
You can get them cheap when they're not in demand like right now.
Yeah, you
But
can.
where-
Yeah.
You can get them at Home Depot. No.
M95. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm sure it's hard to find those. They're not going to sell them if it's something that can, that can filter out
Yeah,
You
you
know.
can't even get surgical masks anymore. When I was at the ER the other day, I was sitting in the room or the doctor's office in the waiting room or like in the where they put you in that office, you know, the to be seen. I'm looking on the wall and I see these masks there and I'm thinking, I was half tempted to grab a handful of them just to have some in the car in case something goes down.
What kind were those? More income?
Those were just the surgical ones that you drape over your
Right.
ears.
Yeah, I was asking more income. What they were.
Oh,
asking.
his case.
These sold for 45.
Yeah, what kind were those? Because I don't know. I didn't look at it too ridiculously. I just saw that people were going crazy over them, so I was looking them up.
Case of 10 cost him $14. Shit, I got the dollar store ones I've had for months now before all this even happened, but I have those in the evacuation kits.
Like the dollar store one. What's a dollar store one gonna do for you with the corona?
Yeah,
And what-
but you know, but to have those, what I was saying is to have those in an evacuation, in case there's like a dust storm or something to that effect that might, you know,
Who's it?
prevent.
Lobster?
Yeah.
A dust storm? We going back to the Dust Bowl?
Hey, think
Where's
about it.
Where's
What
this
happens?
dust?
Okay, listen. Where you're at.
I'm in New York.
This is because of the trade winds that come from the northwest. If there is a volcano to erupt, think about Mount St. Helens back in the 80s when it blew up. What happened to all that ash? All that ash ended up in your backyard,
Bro. It's not
right?
I'm not thinking about no volcano, man.
I'm just saying. You can't. Were you thinking of the coronavirus? You weren't.
Right. Yeah,
You were thinking Long Island. I might get hit by a tsunami. I'm going to need a canoe.
no, we did. We had a natural disaster. It was called Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah, so
You know?
you're thinking of that, but you can't think of like that's the only tragedy that's
No.
ever going to happen.
Yeah, but Hurricane Sandy live on the ocean, so that's something that would happen around here. You know what I'm saying? So that it's something you can kind of prepare for
Yeah, I
because
hear
it's
you.
like it's an ocean thing, which is big sense.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't.
But if the
prepare
volcano was to
you know,
go, if a
tornadoes
volcano was to go again, Long Island's going to get some ash. Are you going to walk around with a tube sock over your face?
Yes.
what volcano, man? There's no freaking volcano.
Think about it, man. You never know. You never know, man.
Yeah, but you can only. Let me tell you something. You can only prepare for so much. So it's a waste of your
I know,
effort and
I know.
energy to prepare for shit that's
It only
not going to
costs
happen.
me a couple dollars. It's only a couple dollars. It's in a kit. You know, what if
Yeah,
I'm
but-
driving down the road and we're getting chased by zombies and somebody farts in the car? I put on a mask. I'm good. You know, it's a
I never
multi-use
thought of that.
piece of equipment.
Let me write that down. Never thought of that.
Listen, something I never buy from the dollar store. You know, what did we say last week? Something you don't buy masks or you don't buy condoms from the dollar store.
See, look
You
at
know.
Shane.
What
Shane's,
do
look at
you
Shane.
mean? I buy saran wrap
coming.
and rubber bands at the dollar store. That works too.
Oh my god, you rednecks.
Oh my god.
Yellowstone, man.
So
What
we-
if the volcanoes in Yellowstone go off?
Oh my god.
Yogi Bear's gone. That's it, man.
No, but you're right. I should be more prepared if we have another hurricane. But our problems are government created problems. They're not, like running out of gas and stuff. That's a government created problem.
Well, like Tommy once said before in a chat that we talked about the same kind of like disaster thing. He goes, well, what if we get hit by a meteor? We won't have to worry about anything.
That's just like, look, it's good to prepare. I'm not, I'm not putting down people who prepare, but I mean, prepare for the right shit.
Well, that's the thing. You don't know.
A fucking dust storm and on the ocean. I live on the friggin' ocean, man. There's no dust.
Never
in the
know,
ocean.
dude. You
Yeah,
might have like zombies swimming like what's that one Zombie Nation, like Sharknado or Zombie NATO or whatever. Did you see that
Yeah.
one?
Sharknado
Zombies in the water. They're coming to Long
Iron Zero.
Island.
with Iron Ziering.
Is that the guy from Beverly Hills 90210?
What happened to his it went friggin' nowhere.
Chris has lost total control.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like, yeah, I need some subscribers. So you know what? We'll get you subscribers. I mean, it might be whack jobs, but we'll get you some. We'll get you over that. We'll get you over that hump. Don't you want to get over that 1,000?
Leave it to those Americans, Chris.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Leave it to those rednecks.
Is he asleep in a box back there?
You guys got to tell me when it's 1 a.m. How the frick?
It's 120. 120 now.
Hey, the first thing you need to do to prepare for the end of time is to get a watch.
I'm working, man. I got enough time to look at the clock. I'm trying to get these measurements done.
I have a sundial. Okay.
Sundial.
My cat's
There's zombies over in the pool hall playing pool right now, waiting for you to leave so they can jump you.
Honestly, there's some shady people. I was gonna say there's shady people at that pool hall, but then I'm like, there's probably shady people at every pool hall you've ever.
Yeah.
The pool hall. That's where shady people hang out.
Well, hey, I'm gonna go, Chris. Hey, Chris, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Gotta
no
go.
problem.
The kids are getting riled up. Brandon, I'll see you when you get back, buddy. Grilling, good to see you again, my friend. I'll see you again next time.
Anytime, brother.
All right, stay away from wieners, all right?
All right, I'll try.
I know.
All right, take care, guys.
All
Have a
right,
good night.
thanks, Lobster.
I know.
Zahir just came
Hey,
in.
Zahir, how's it going, man?
Oh, where is he?
He's right here.
Oh, I thought did you send him the link?
What? He probably just woke up. I don't want to disturb him. He's
Guys, I didn't even have my tea and crumpets yet.
Jeez.
Come here.
All right. All right. Oh my God, I gotta get the hell out of this basement.
Oh my goodness.
What? Oh, that's a cat.
It's a puss.
Oh. I got my cats. My cats probably think because I usually come home by a certain time to feed them, and they're probably like, "Where the hell did I go?" Oh shit! All right, guys.
Is that your English accent?
Yeah.
Oh,
How about it? How about tea? A cup of tea. Right, like it's time for me to vamos. You know, they say vamos. That's in Espanol. I want to hear somebody British try to speak Spanish. I wonder how funny that sounds.
That probably sounded goofy.
But these guys, you know, it's funny because some people from England, they say, "Oh, I'm Europe." Some people say England is not Europe, and then you ask them to speak another language, and they can't say shit. And it's like, what kind of European you are if you can't even speak another language? That would be like, yeah, I can only speak to people in New York or only people in Ontario. Well, then again, there's Canadians who don't speak English, so you know, or they can barely speak English. You know, the people live in Quebec.
Well, yeah, they're prominently French. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Tracy's right. Let Zahir take his first dump before he tries to come in or anything like that.
I didn't have my morning tea.
Let the man drink his coffee.
I didn't take my Wii yet.
My morning wee.
My morning Wii. I don't know. They got this. Look, they have all the same stuff there. They just have different words for it. You know,
Yeah.
they got the same shit, and everything is just smaller. You know, that's why I couldn't. You know, I mean, I really want to go check it out over there, but you know, it just seems like everything. I would just be frustrated. Like everything seems close together and packed tight. You know, it always seems like there's no parking. Like when these guys they make videos, they drive around, and it's like they just got lucky and they found that one empty spot. Like there's no parking, there's no space for anything. You know.
That's how Japan was.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's like that kind of like this guy. What's his name? Nick. He filled up. He's like, oh, I have my car that I fill up with stuff, and it's a Ford Focus. I'm like, Ford Focus. I'm like, I can't barely fit in a Ford Focus. You know, Chris, can you drive a Ford Focus? How would you feel if you had to drive in that?
Well, I mean, I'd probably have to put my seat at the very furthest, like far back.
Yeah, so you know, it's like.
I mean, it's a compact car, right? So, like, I don't expect for there to be a lot of room anyway.
Compact? It's not even a word. You know. I couldn't drive that. I would feel so like, I watched this one thing. There was a show. It was used to called House Hunters International.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then people like this couple. Oh, look at that cat. It's a nice cat. These people go to Germany, to like Berlin. They want to buy an apartment in Berlin, and the guy opens the door to the bathroom, and it's literally like I can't even fit. I wouldn't even fit in that bathroom. Like I would have to get like 2 apartments to fit in there. You know, just like knock the wall down and like make it bigger. You know what I mean? It's like, everything's so small. All right. Now I'm walking out of my dungeon, but it's dark in here. You guys can't even see it. Now I feel like I'm lobster. Like I'm walking in the dark, but I just can't. I just don't want to turn the lights on because they're behind a clothing rack somewhere.
Tommy said they have apps for parking, Krillin.
No. There's no fucking parking, man. I seen them driving around. Tommy and I were talking about that. They don't have like how we have strip malls everywhere. I don't know. Is Canada like that too? They have strip malls everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of strip malls nowadays. Like I'm
not talking about in Quebec or whatever.
No. Here they have a lot of strip malls here too. Like there's a lot of the new building, like the new housing that gets built. They're building a lot of strip malls around those areas.
Yeah,
as opposed to
like
malls.
You said, that's where they're building a a Marshalls and all those other stores.
Exactly. Yeah.
Corporate, all that corporate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All the corporations like Staples and whatever the fuck. It's a nice quiet here. It's a nice quiet town.
I mean,
I used to have a small car. I was driving a Cruise at one point, but then I moved to like a compact SUV.
It's a little strip mall, kind of a shopping center. Carvel, can you see that Carvel ice cream?
Where's the 7-Eleven?
I'm going there now.
Oh, you're gonna grab some food?
I ate, but I don't know. I gotta get some Aura gel. I got a little tooth is bothering me.
Okay.
So here, and then and with those lights on, dance studio. Here's the store where I am here, the thrift store. This is the outside.
Glory Bees. Oh, okay.
Glory Bees. And then over here is an Irish bar. And then over there's another Irish bar called the Irish Pub. I mean, how fucking original can you get?
Yeah, that place looks deserted, man. There's like nothing outside.
Yeah.
See. That's what I imagine Canada to look like.
Oh gosh, no.
What this?
I mean, I'm probably in the suburb area, but not in like the downtown or.
Well, but what this? Yeah, but this is Long Island. This is not New York City. Here, this is here. Karate.
There you go.
What's that say? Jiu-jitsu. Showing you guys around my town. Is a comic book store. I don't know. Can you even see that? I don't know if you can see.
Not really. It's
the lights are kind of too bright.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay, I see that comics.
And then guess what this is?
The bar?
The bar.
Yeah. That's one Irish giant.
All right, well, go ahead in.
Yeah.
Because then they don't. That's what happened. They don't let you leave. Hey, come on, my friend. I can't do the Irish accent.
Here's another.
Leprechaun. This guy, he's like, and the guy's like, the guy looks like a leprechaun. He's like 4 feet tall. The bartender. He's a nice guy. He's a good guy. I know the Irish are very sensitive when I say things about them. They get all upset. I don't know. Too bad. Sorry, Irish people. So,
Well, you
and then
sounded like Arabic when you were.
Yeah, I know. You sounded nothing like Irish.
you see that one now? What did that say?
Yeah, it says Irish pub. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a Guinness sign. How fucking original, right?
What's that to the right?
Oh, this thing here?
Yeah.
This is like a. Hold on. It's a fire ladder company, fire department. I get that. Maybe they do. It says ladder tool service. I don't know. Something with the fire department.
People of Ireland, I just want to let you know that I love you guys, each and every one
All
of
right.
you.
Cool stuff in here.
All your Irish people are gone.
Where'd they go? Have a drink?
No, Lisa said I probably lost all my Ireland subs.
Oh, don't worry about it. You have a lot less Irish subs than Canadians. Don't worry. You got to get that American audience, that West Virginia audience.
Ah,
Should I don't know? Nah, I'm not gonna walk the here. Here's a pizzeria.
Are
This
they
is what
open?
a pizzeria looks like in Long Island. Pizza, pasta, heroes.
If you're just tuning in, this is Walking with Krillin, and he's showing us around his town.
Another place. This is the venison, not venison like. I know it's a stupid name. It's called the New Old Venison. You see, the New Old Venison, like because the old one burned down, so then they call it this is the new one.
Oh, okay. Hey, Natalie, how are you?
And that's the Irish bar again. And there's a Greek giant right there. Eat Greeks. Eat Greeks. Eat Greek. Eating Greek.
How far is your 7-Eleven?
No, I walked all the way to show you guys all around here. I got to go to my car. I'm not taking the. I'm not walking to 7-Eleven.
Oh, I thought you were walking there.
yeah, I thought too.
No, I was just walking around the corner. I didn't go the other way. The other way is a park. Here we go. I'm gonna take the alleyway.
Oh,
This is
geez.
where-
Yo, be
All right,
careful.
here it is,
be
right
careful.
here.
No, this isn't too bad. You got lights over here. I told you actually there was only one murder over here, and I knew the guy who murdered her.
Oh, geez. Okay.
It's okay. You've got like 30 people walking with you.
Yeah, he's a good guy anyway. The guy.
You got eyewitnesses right now.
But people do drugs. Stay away from drugs.
Yeah. I
So,
love
yeah.
the message.
You got the back. So back here is that's the pool hole back there.
The back alley.
In the back alley. And this is the bowling. This is everybody in America, people. But see, look, you see, like anybody from Europe who's watching, you see, like, oh, look at all that parking. Huge park. Look at it. Look. Oh, are you guys so jealous of all this parking? And the library. They're not going to walk all the way. Here's the back of that other Irish bar. Not the Irish pub. A different one. Kitty O'Hara's. See here, this is the menu here. This is what we have over here. So anybody who wants to know about Irish food. Here, burgers. Design your own burger. Blue burger, Dublin burger, hangover burger, California burger.
Jeez.
This is what an Irish restaurant. They don't really have Irish food. They have like here, like wings. This is I don't know. Is it here still here? The Z wings?
Zahir, do you eat wings? Are you a fan of
And it's Irish nachos.
They probably call it something different.
Well, they're from Buffalo, and even here they even have a little pasta. They copy the Italians, but they'll do a little pasta. The whole package. And then here, on Sundays you can hear Irish traditional music with a full Irish menu.
There you go.
And then what's here? Thursday night is ladies' night. Yeah, so those places are actually, for this kind of joint, the food is actually really good here.
There you go. Zahir said he loves wings.
Does he know that they're from Buffalo? This is my truck. See, that's why I can't drive no little Ford Focus. Forget about it. Like Nick, or whatever he's got now.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
I can't
What
drive a little.
What do you got? What is that? A Suburban? I can't tell. I didn't see what it was.
It's old. It's Expedition. It's an old one, but
Yeah.
at least I can spread my legs in there, you know? You gotta make sure the door is locked.
Georgina, you're not a fan of burgers?
Oh, Georgina's here?
Yeah, Georgina's here.
I mean, I've never heard of a good place in UK for burgers. So
So right here. So Brandon, you could tell all the people in England, say this is American car Ford, right?
right there.
Good old American muscle.
Right?
American Ford.
Yeah. And this is an old. I paid like $3,000 for this truck. You know.
Those
How
are
could you go wrong?
We're just watching Krillin give a showcase of his expedition.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Sit.
All right.
Here. This is old. I don't
There
care.
he
It's all. You know, I got a cassette player in here.
Oh wow.
But that's fine. Like I said, you know what? Put this thing on here. I don't mind. What do I need it for?
How many miles does that have?
Like $140. Not that much. I mean,
that's
you know,
not,
it's not
that's not a lot for those.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a lot.
144.78.
What year is that one?
I think it's 99.
I've got my dad's got a 99 F-150. It's pretty much the same truck. It's
Yeah.
just
I think it is. Yeah, I think you're right.
and it's
Pretty
got
much.
like 230 on it, still running.
This thing is fine. I know Tommy likes to bust my balls because my suspension's a little deep, but I can upgrade the suspension. You know, it's a little boom, 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 but you know, it's fine. American must see now. If I was in
It's flat.
if I was in Europe, I'd have to drive like that. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Nice.
Yeah, all the little cars when I was in Japan, they were like little like go-karts. That's what it
Oh
felt
yeah,
like.
forget
That's
Japan.
what it felt
Forget
like driving
Japan.
around.
Japan is not even. I don't even know if I could visit Japan. I've seen them, and they have those. Isn't that true that they pack people into the trains and everything?
Oh well, Okinawa was different, but yeah,
It's
like
not Tokyo. Tokyo is.
yeah, Tokyo, like, well, that's the thing. It's like bigger places like that. They rely a lot more on public transportation, and public transportation is a lot better. Being
Well, it better be better. If you ain't got no car, they better get the
Yeah.
public transport.
for Heavy Leslie, yep.
Heavy. I talked to her today, Heavy Leslie.
Oh yeah, how's she?
She's good. She's got her dog. She got a new. She wanted me. I told her I was at an estate sale and she was running. She's like, Rob, what are you doing tomorrow? I says, not much. Got a few things to do. She's like, you want to make $300? And I'm like, what do I got to do for $300?
Oh boy, what are we
Yeah.
talking here?
So she's like, oh, I need you to drive me to Washington. I says, look, Leslie, I'm, I don't have much to do, but that's kind of a big favor to drive to Washington. I mean, I live in New York City. I live outside further New York City. So
Yeah.
it would be about a 5-hour plus ride to Washington. So, make the story short, I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Because she wanted me to pick up a dog for her. But she was going to give me the money and everything, but still, it's, forget about it.
Forget about it. What kind? What part of Japan, Natalie? Oh, so you're going to Narita, which you're going to Tokyo. Then, are you just staying in that area, or?
I want to visit there sometime too. That's like video game mecca.
I miss being in Japan though. I really did love it there.
Yeah. There's just so many crazy things that I always see. Like, I see there's like a rabbit island and
there's a deer.
Yeah.
There's a oh my god, why am I forgetting? Nari? Is it Nari? I think the city that has the deer in it. Just
Okay.
Tokyo. I just staying in the area. I don't know. Mount Fuji's pretty fun. I mean, it's an experience more so than fun, I guess. I hiked that twice, and I only did it twice because my family came in after me and my ex-wife had done it, and they really wanted to do Mount Fuji. So
Yeah.
most people don't do it twice. But oh yeah, Disney and the Pokemon Center. Of course, go to oh my goodness, it's been a while. The district that everyone, it's like famous Tokyo district. I'll think of it in a minute. But yeah, there's so much to do in Tokyo. So much.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Like,
It's huge.
I bet the food there is amazing too.
I mean, and you don't. I mean, if you already got it planned out, you already got it planned out. But like, I mean, you could easily take a train to Kyoto. Kyoto is like the original capital, and there's a lot of really neat things in Kyoto. It's probably over now, but like up north, there's Hokkaido. Hokkaido is like a big ski area, so you can like go and like do skiing. Which I just learned how to snowboard. That was really fun in Utah. They got quite a bit of that up there, don't they, Chris?
Yeah, there's probably 2 ski resorts probably within an hour of me right now.
Do you ski?
I used to snowboard when I was fitter, but I haven't in a while.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
See? I got my stuff.
There he is.
I mean, public transportation is good.
It's really good, yeah.
And because Natalie was saying she needed tips, so I mean, obviously, I don't because I had my SOFA license or whatever whenever I was military. So, well, still military, but like being over there, so like I got rental cars in Japan, which part of me regretted it one trip, and then the other trip it just depends on what you do. But and if you have your international driver's license, then yeah, I mean, getting a rental car is kind of cool, but the parking is kind of terrible in the city.
Now, how long it took you? Oh my God! Now, how long it took you to figure out how to drive?
Oh, it comes really natural. Like it really does. Like what it was, and people always say this, and it's true. It's like going from like driving on the right side of the road to the left is easier than like the transition back if you have done it for that long. Like if like it was weird coming back to the States. Like if I could go right now and just go right back to Japan and probably drive.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought about it. I'm like, if I ever went to Europe, like, would it be harder to drive in England on the other side, or would it be harder to drive like in Hungary, where it's different languages? You know what I mean? Like, which more difficult?
Yeah.
Like, not in English. I mean, I'm sure they have some stuff in English, in
Well,
different countries.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've never been to that area, but it just seems like a lot of places are English friendly. Like major cities. Like when I went to Bangkok, it was very simple to figure out a lot of things. Like,
In Bangkok?
I went when I went to Bangkok. I mean, the same thing with Ho Chi.
That's a very big. But Bangkok is a very big city.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like big places like that. Like if you go to places for like tourism to like the big cities, like I mean, I'm just saying there's a lot of English stuff.
Yeah.
They're English friendly. I mean, they get tourists a lot, and then it's only in their best interest, economically, for them to try to lead them the right way. So,
Is that the
All right, guys,
district,
don't
Brandon?
distract me too much. Well, don't make me
The
laugh
one
too
that
much.
you mentioned, the Akibara district. That's with all
Akibara?
the yeah. Does that he's saying that has all the tech stuff?
yeah, I'm not. I mean, I didn't really go to it. Like my goal both times when I went to Tokyo. Well, no, so I'm like Okinawa, where I was stationed, it's like 400 miles south of Tokyo, and it's an island, and it's like a tropical island. It's pretty much Hawaii for them. So it's a lot different. It's super Americanized.
Okinawa?
Okinawa, yeah.
Yeah, because it's near the military. Because you have the military.
Oh yeah, we have I think 12 or 13 bases there, and like 26,000 military members. Or no, it was like 80,000 military members, if I remember correctly.
Oh wow.
And between military members, spouses, and government contractors, there's like a ridiculous amount. I can't remember what it was. It was like maybe.
I had a guy telling me this. I had a guy. I told you. I told you I had a lot of pilot friends.
Yeah.
Customers. The guy told me, because he used to do that flight. He used to fly people back and forth to Japan. He said but between everybody, like you said, because there's contractors, there's family, he said there's about 250,000 Americans in Japan right now.
In Japan, yeah.
Wow.
Just in Japan.
That's crazy.
And Okinawa is super small, but it had a lot on it just for itself. It's 74 miles tall and then 14 miles wide on its like widest part. And it's just a weird, awkward shaped island. But
what's the main island where Tokyo is?
Japan. Like it's just the island of Japan.
Oh, okay. So the island with that Tokyo is on is called Japan itself.
Yeah, Japan is just an island, but then it's like it's like Australia. Australia is an island,
No, but I'm saying, but they have but Japan has multiple islands.
Yes, they do. But there's the majority of it is connected.
Honshu is an island, right?
Yeah.
Hokkaido.
Tokyo is on the biggest portion. It's like the big chunk of Japan. I don't know if they call
What's
that.
The name of that island? There's got to be a name of that island.
I mean, Japan itself is Nippon. I don't know if they.
Well, that's the name for Japan in Japanese.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I look it up, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not 100% sure, but I've never heard of anything said specifically for it being for them designating a certain island.
Yeah, there's Honshu.
Hokkaido is an island.
Hokkaido.
Is that Kirsten's Curiosities, Tommy? If it is,
yeah, that's what I thought. Right. So Hokkaido is like its own thing. It's separated, but then Tokyo is on pretty much. It's pretty much everything else is. Well, I guess it is separated right there. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, beyond with their culture, I don't know how they technically say, whether or not that this is an island, this is an island, this is an island. I'm not sure.
But now you're on it. But in Okinawa, you had to get to Tokyo. You have to go over a bridge or take a ferry.
Actually, here, this will be a lot easier.
A what?
1 second.
Okay.
There you go, Chris.
screen? Yeah.
So this is all pretty much connected right here. And then you have that's Sapporo. I don't know. I thought that was okay. So actually Hokkaido. I think that's just a big city right there. But Yeah, that's its own island right there, and that's Hokkaido. That's like where the ski things and everything. But yeah, Tokyo's right here, and then you have Osaka, and then what's the other one? Kyoto's like right somewhere in this area. I can't remember. Right there. Yeah, that's like all connected right there for the most part. Okinawa is down here. It's like closer
Oh,
to
wow,
Taiwan than it is Japan.
Yeah, that's far.
Yeah. So like you have, and like I said, it's like on the same. Like there's Hawaii, and then yeah, it's like in the same general like tropical type of, you know. Anyway, but so I'm trying to look at. I mean, I can't remember where all the bases are, but yeah, there's like 12 or 13 bases that are strung out across the island, and it's really just not. It's not big at all. Like this is, like I said, it's like 74 miles this way, 14 miles this way. They're all on the Ryukyu Islands, which like all these little stretches of islands right here are all for. They're all Japanese owned. And they're called Ryukyu Islands, and apparently there's like 125 of them or something. There's like a bunch of little ones.
Wow.
But
Did you ever watch that video, Cat Island?
yeah. If I could maybe find it.
I want to go to that Cat Island.
So there's a cat. Yeah, there's a cat island, and then there's also well, actually, when I went to an island in when I was in Thailand, shoot, now I can't remember where that's at. It's like near where Phuket is. I can't remember, but it's like somewhere in the center here, and it's like Monkey Island. It has like a bunch of monkeys.
Oh, you
And
gotta be careful.
there's one in Vietnam off not Da Nang. It was off.
What did you say? Phuket? You mean fuck it?
Yeah, no, it's actually it's right here. Here, Phuket. Yeah, and then you have so Phuket was beautiful. That was an amazing place. And then they have like one island that's like, oh, right here, yeah. This is Monkey Beach right here. So like, there's like a ridiculous amount of monkeys on this place.
Yeah, but you got to be careful. You know, people. I had a neighbor that had somebody who trained monkeys or something like that. And a little baby monkey has got more power. It's got more power than like the strongest person you know. They have a little tiny monkey will rip you to shreds.
Oh, Brandon just left.
Oh,
Oh,
Irish exit. Nice.
but they have a bunch of different islands, though. They have like specifically different animals. Like they have the Deer Island, they have the Rabbit Island.
Yes, I seen the Rabbit Island and the Cat Island. You know, I want to go there. I like cats, so you know.
Okay.
So how
He's right there.
20?
We got 22 right now.
Ooh, all right. So we're doing good. I see. I told you I'd help. The other night you only had like 15. So now.
Yeah, that was more of a like an unexpected one or a random one. There he is.
Who else? Is that Tim? I can't see him.
Yeah, but Starseed Picker. Yeah, I did see the place where they jumped off, and they also had like 2 caves there that's like when we came in like 1941, I think it was, when we invaded Okinawa. There was like 2 caves that people went to, and they told them that we were coming to like steal from them, and that we were terrible, and that we were gonna like rape them and all this other crazy stuff. And so they like sent them down there with like explosives and said like if they go to get you, you're better off like killing yourself. So like 2 caves, one of them's like the happy cave, one of them's the sad cave, because one of them ended up blowing the place up, and then the other one ended up waiting for, you know, like, and one of our translators went down and actually talked them out. And of course we didn't, you know, like do what they said that we were going to do. But no, see, I went to both those caves. It was pretty wild, just because it's a huge cave system, and they have like shrines in there for them. And
wow.
But yeah,
this is Okinawa.
Yeah. The history there was pretty cool. Like the memorials and stuff like that. We went to like a memorial. We went to a memorial museum that had all the stuff from the war. I went to one when I was in Vietnam as well for the Vietnam conflict. That was really interesting.
The Vietnam conflict,
Yeah.
the Vietnam War.
Technically, it's some people say it wasn't a war. I mean, I get what
Oh,
you're
that
saying.
was a war, man.
I get what you're saying.
Don't tell nobody who's never been who was there. That wasn't a war. That was a war, man.
Right. No. It was. I mean,
A conflict is people in YouTube getting into an argument about something.
about it being a war or a conflict.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah, if you go to, I'm sure if you ask them, and you know, in where is that? In what's this city up there? Saigon? No, Saigon was South Vietnam.
Hanoi is the northern one,
Hanoi. Yeah, Hanoi is their North Vietnam.
and then you have Saigon and it's no longer Saigon. It's Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah, because they won the North.
Because
so
Ho Chi Minh was the leader.
Yeah, they won the war, so they took over obviously they named it after him, obviously.
Yeah. But I love
I got
Vietnam.
lucky. My father, he joined the Navy in 1968. So when you join the Navy, see, years ago they had a draft. So to the people who were in the audience listening that don't know about this, if you joined, it was easier for you to decide where you went. So he was able to take a literal vacation in the Caribbean on a boat, which he was already into. He was working at a marina before anyway, so he had sea legs. So for him to be on a boat was no big deal. If you're used to being on ships, I mean, obviously he wasn't on naval ships, obviously, but he worked in a marina where to get used to the boat, like all over the fucking place. So it was lucky. So anyway, when you joined during Vietnam, like I said, most people, it was easier for you to decide where you're going, because if you got drafted, you were screwed. They putting you right in the middle, and for a lot of people, it didn't work out so well.
Really?
If you were in the middle of combat, Vietnam was like, it's really kind of sad. They never talk. It's like we don't really talk about it that much and everything. Even at the time, they didn't talk about it that much. But it was brutal. I mean, what happened there is because they don't talk about people who come back that are not right. That's the thing, is like they say, well, only so many thousands of casualties. Like, if it's your family, obviously it's, but people who came back who were not right, it's not, it's like a very taboo topic,
Yeah.
But like I said, I got lucky. My father, otherwise I might not be here. A lot of people, they went to Vietnam, they didn't come back.
Yeah, my grandfather actually got a 7.62 round through the shoulder, and was medevac to, I think it was Germany. So he actually survived it.
Yeah, if it was a few inches more, it could have hit an artery and he'd been dead.
He had a hole. He had a hole like in the back, like you fit a golf ball in it from where it
shot right through him.
Yeah,
the friggin' thing blew right. And I'm sure he could never use his arm right after that. You can't. Your arm is gone.
Shoulder was
Shoulder is shot. What are you gonna do?
Right. Like you were saying, it's just a lot different than what it's portrayed. It's like war is, what do they say? War is told by the winners, right? But not in the America's sense, because
there was no in Vietnam. There was no real. Well, they won, but not real. I mean, they had like 800,000 people probably die. So, they had
a ridiculous amount more, and they had footage of awful things. Like at the museum, like they literally had like, so like it was kind of, ironic, and I'm sure some people would probably get upset, but like you'd walk in and they literally had a portion of our, I think, what is it, our Constitution, or our, I think it's our Constitution. It says like, we are endowed by unalienable rights to the pursuit of happiness and the freedom, or whatever it was, saying that we're all equal, right? And then it literally like highlights it in red. And then it shows all the destruction we did, and like all the, like it shows us like pouring all the, what's it called?
Napalm, orange.
Yep. And it
I mean, look, we went there to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's a lot different, because everything there's details. I mean, obviously in Japan it didn't work out so well, but in Japan we were attacked by Japan invaded us. People they don't realize that, but Japan attacked us. Vietnam never attacked America. That never happened. They didn't. Japan came here and he killed 3,000 people. America. So that's why we went there. It's not like for nothing. In Vietnam, they didn't kill nobody.
Yeah, it was a policing action.
Yeah, and we were trying to prop up, like the shit that we have now. It goes on. We just prop up dictators. We were trying to prop up the South Vietnam dictator, but the people, they hated him, and that's why the people never understood why you could never win the Vietnam War. It had nothing to do with how good your army is or whatever it is. It's because the people who lived in South Vietnam, they were deserters. They hated the dictator in the South. The guy in the North was the people, one for the people, but we wanted to support the guy and have a puppet government in the South.
Yeah.
And they didn't, and the people, they literally hated his guts because he was a corrupt leader. So if there was nothing like, there was a great documentary of Vietnam I saw about a year ago. It was one of the best documentaries ever. And they could not get, like you said, they call it advisors, they sent advisors, but the people there, they didn't want to, if you don't want to fight for your country or your leader or whatever it is, it's impossible. And the guys also, just from you being in the military, if you're interested in history, another big problem with the Vietnam War was the guys who were the commanders in Vietnam were soldiers in World War II, okay? In that era. So it was a totally different, you're talking about guys that fought in Europe, in the Normandy era, whatever it was, fighting in a jungle, and they had no clue how to fight in a, you know what I mean? It's like the wars were completely different,
Yeah, it showed, there was a really cool, I say that, but there was just this big setup they had of all the different styles of traps that they used on us.
Yeah.
Like they had legit like ones that were used, and they like just had picking them up and like build a hole with them and like just put them all there. And like, it's ridiculous. Like just things you'd step on it just immediately like just shoves spikes into your legs or you'd fall down into pits that had spikes like sticking straight up.
Yikes.
Yeah, like Mortal Kombat shit. Like, what's funny too? Like they like it's. Look, of course our news sucks. It's like they talk about chemical weapons. You say, oh, this guy in this country used a chemical. Are you kidding me? We use the Agent Orange on them. We use the chemical weapons, and it wasn't like. This is like 40 years ago. It wasn't like ancient history, And we did use it on our own people because they would use the Agent Orange, and they send in the troops after the freaking thing was all sprayed with all that shit, and our own people got fucked up from it. Did you ever watch any of those movies there was a lot of Vietnam movies made in the 80s, like Platoon,
like Apocalypse Now, Platoon,
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah. I've seen them.
Yeah, which is the one with the drill sergeant? I forget which one. That was
that was Full Metal Jacket.
There's only two things in Texas, boy. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa.
I bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Yeah. That guy, I watched interview. That's one thing I love about YouTube. Sometimes I go back and I watch interviews about other stuff. When I was talking to Chris about wrestling. I used to be a big wrestling, we talk about wrestling. And I would rather listen to the interviews of what happened like when they were making a movie, like this guy didn't want to do this scene. I'm so fascinated. Like, it's weird. I live my life like that now, which I probably like. I don't watch new movies. I don't watch new anything. I don't do new anything. I don't listen to new music. I like go back. It's like I'm living in the past, and it's not really. I don't know if it's great. I think, but I'm always looking like. That's why I sell vintage clothing, because I always like stuff from the past.
Yeah.
How many people we got in the chat now? Are we up? 25?
No, we're 20.
Oh,
We're
come
20.
on!
It got a little sour when we started talking war stuff.
I know they don't want.
Hold on.
I don't blame. I don't blame them
I'll,
either. This isn't a war channel.
I'll bring it up.
But Georgina's here. Bring the where's all your English friends? You got to bring in all the people who just woke up at what's it now, like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning in England.
Yeah, it's like 7 in the morning right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll lighten the mood. I'm gonna show a video of me feeding a monkey.
Okay,
There you go.
Monkey Island.
No, this is Monkey Mountain. That was in. It was
Ooh,
actually
a mountain.
I was actually by myself this whole time. My buddy, he got sick in Bangkok and he had to stay there. I flew down to Phuket and I had a little moped and I was driving
Sick
around.
in Bangkok is not what I want to hear. That's like
Right, but he said that he went to the hospital and they had to like give him like antibiotic. They kept him overnight and they were very good to him and everything, fed him and everything. $40.
well, of course, yeah. I mean, it wasn't. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about like.
I know. I just thought that was crazy. I was like, wow, that's wild.
Yeah, well, they're not robbing you like they are here. Here they rob the shit out of you. We're talking about selling masks to fucking rob people. I'm gonna sell that mask for $50 that I paid $3 for, just so we could, we could be profiteers.
Right. You have the video there?
So you gonna show us this video or what?
Here.
I don't know if you might not be able to hear audio.
It's all right.
But,
you can narrate.
I have some dried mango in my hand, and I had like a shirt pocket, and I guess the monkey started seeing me pull it out of there. You'll see. He's in the tree. There's couple of them right there, but there's one in the tree that I'm feeding.
This is in Phuket.
Yeah, this is in Phuket.
Wow, look at that! Look at that! Imagine that. Well, those are the monkeys, and they're not gonna kill you.
Oh my
Those
god.
Yeah, look.
Ran at you.
He sees it he sees me getting it out, and like that was ridiculous. That scared the crap out of me. I thought he was gonna bite me.
Yeah.
Because they're mean. They ain't nice. Like they're mean.
Yeah. I was gonna say those aren't the monkeys that are gonna kill you, but there's only 1 or 2. If there was like 20 of them, forget about it. You're done. Now, but I was saying about the I used to have this guy do work on the house, and he was like, this guy who's all into like vegan and all this other shit and like yoga and whatever bullshit. Anyway, he used to make sometimes food for me because he knew I'm fat and out of shape. He would make like vegan and healthy food, and sometimes it was actually very good. So one day he brings in this fruit thing, right? He's like, "Oh, this is a very popular fruit in Thailand."
Okay.
Is it durian?
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
don't like it.
I'll tell you what. Here was the only issue I had with it. Was it when you cut it open, it kind of looks funny. It kind of looks like you're eating like some kind of membrane of something.
Yeah.
And when you eat the taste wasn't bad, but the texture of it was very.
And then you have an aftertaste, though. You do have an
what?
aftertaste with that. Like for me, I had an aftertaste with what I ate.
Yeah.
But
this
I
was
had
like
some weird
yellow
stuff
color. It looked like an egg custard color, like yellow.
Right.
Yeah, the inside, yeah.
I had some weird stuff there. I had one like soup, and it kind of tasted like pho, which of course I wasn't in Vietnam. That's like the
What is pho? I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, I had pho soup." I'm like, "What the hell is it?"
No,
but that's like their only dish that they're known for from Vietnam is pho.
Yeah, they have a couple other ones, but they're very. So, what makes it so good is they take like a, I don't know what kind of bone it is, but it's like a beef thigh bone, something like that, and then it still has a little bit of meat on it, like whatever it has on it, and they literally like throw it into a pot, like 5 or 6 of them, and then they just cook it in there
the shit out of it.
for like 9 hours. It's like 7 to 9 hours.
Wow.
Josie's dad actually just made it for us whenever I went back to Utah, and it was really good. And then they put so you put that in
Vietnam?
there. What is it?
He's from Vietnam?
No. He just made it. He likes to cook, so he makes different things. He tries different things out. But no, it was really good. And then they use like a rice noodle. It's like a really thin rice noodle, and it cooks like in like literally like a minute, like about like literally 60 seconds. And then they pour it like the hot soup over, so they'll like serve it in like with like beef that's like very, very thinly sliced, like raw, and then they'll pour the hot soup over top of it into your bowl, and then it like cooks the little thinly sliced beef, and it's really good.
Now, did you ever have any of that expensive food in Japan, or you just don't have the money for it? Like
no.
Kobe and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think I had one of those, like a little bit of that really expensive steak.
Wagyu.
Yeah, I think I had that. I can't remember. But yeah, I had some expensive stuff when I was there. I went to some very expensive sushi places too.
What about the one? They say the tuna. They spend so much money for tuna there. It's such a big deal.
Yeah, I went out actually deep sea fishing and caught like really big, nice tuna, and then they brought it back and they would cut it off for us. We each got like 10 or 15 pounds of tuna each.
Jeez.
Like just the meat.
Block. That nice ruby red color. If it's fresh, right?
Yeah, and you're talking like you eat tuna steaks. Like you eat a steak of
block.
tuna.
Like slice off the block.
That's a huge amount of protein.
Yeah.
Versus
I used to own a restaurant, so I used to serve that.
Oh, here, I'll show you another video because it was just right here. This is me feeding a elephant. Ooh. And the guy was telling him every single time I'd feed him, the guy would tell him, like, give me a kiss, and then he'd give a kiss. And then he'd eat it again, and that was his thing. He'd always give kisses, and then he'd expect a piece of carrot or no, it was like celery or something. I can't remember.
Well, you could ride the elephant too?
Yeah, I did. I have a video of that too.
Nice.
We went to like this temple.
Is that a baby or is that just a smaller elephant?
It's a younger one.
No, that's a baby.
No, I didn't know if they have different like breeds of elephant, like not all are enormous, you know.
Yeah. No, they're typically all bigger. That was definitely a younger one. That was a baby or a.
What about tigers, or was that just like India and those places?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, there was tigers. I didn't really want to mess with that too much.
They're kind of open.
Yeah, you could go in and take pictures with the tiger, but it's it's all drugged up. And
really? That's how they do it. I mean, I'll tell you, I watch people in Australia. That's one thing. Australian people. I don't know if you have Australians in the chat. I'm not talking trash, but they're nuts. A lot of people in Australia, they're like known for zoos. They have a zoo everywhere in Australia, and what you call it? People go into cages with the crazy animals. I'm like, you go into cage? People are like, oh, come in and come see the tiger, and come see the tiger or whatever they say. And I'm like, what the hell? People going in there with like these crazy animals, but like you said, they give them some kind of drugs.
Yeah, they dope them up like bad. And they're always like these ones that were there, like they're always drugged up. So like I don't know, it's just not good.
They have to, otherwise, they're
right.
Tiger,
yeah.
Tiger, but obviously, I don't know how you would have, caged tiger is, it's the freaking tiger. I was listening to, whatchamacallit, but I know, it's a long story. I'm not going to tell that story. It's for another night. But, I don't know. People who do the shit with animals, and those animals do turn on you. People don't, even those guys, Siegfried and Roy. You ever heard of those guys?
Yeah. The tiger that went crazy.
Yeah, and these are guys that are like the most trained guys that know about tigers in the world, they
Mhm.
literally had in their backyard like tigers running everywhere, like it was nothing.
Mhm.
And then one night the tiger got nervous or whatever it was, and then got him. You know,
Yeah.
these are guys that smacking the tiger and rolling around with them. I mean, I guess technically, most animals, if they're not hungry, they're not gonna. Animal. As far as I know, animals are not. Most animals don't kill for the love of killing. You know,
Yeah.
they kill. They kill to eat, not
Yeah.
like to go kill something. But when they're hungry, like I was watching videos on YouTube, and there was guys that they were like, mountain lions. I mean, I guess they were out in California, like whatever it is. I don't know where else you have them. I guess out west, those cougars or whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, people in the chat, not in the chat, in the comments were like, "Oh, you're not gonna get killed by a mountain lion." Or it's like, bro, you don't know. How do you know when the last time that mountain lion ate? You don't know. If he didn't eat, then he's gonna kill you. He's gonna fight. He's gonna,
So, man,
I don't know. You're gonna say science. Now, do you speak any Thai or any Japanese?
Skoshi, a little bit. I know enough. Like I know 1 through 10,000, and
nice.
Japanese?
yeah, and then like all the dirty things, of course.
More than Domo Regato, Mr. Roboto.
No, a little bit more than that.
Wow.
Just like typical things. Just typical. Well, then again, like I did sell things while I was there too. To the Japanese, I had a flea market.
Oh, nice.
And so I know how to say like, this is expensive, cheap. How much is this? Free, brand new.
Newer tags.
Newer tags.
Now, Chris, you know Domo Regato, Mr. Roboto? You know that one?
Of course.
Yeah.
My sticks? Yes, of course.
Well, I forget how old you were. You said you're 35?
I'm 34.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm young, but I do like older stuff. My dad kind of had me on that when I was younger. So.
Now I'm sitting in my car. I got out of my car.
Are you home yet?
Yeah, I've been home for like 10 minutes. I just pulled up to the house.
Oh, okay.
I was booked because I don't want to talk in the house on the phone because I don't want to wake people up. They'll be up at 2 a.m. See, here's my truck. It's the white car, my mother's car.
Is that a Kia?
Optima?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, but it's this window like this. It's a pain in the ass to change lanes and shit. To see behind you. Oh, I gotta take the garbage out.
All
My
right.
dad's got this. See, this is what I do. I know you talk about cats. See, this guy, he always waits for me. He's looking out the window. See. Hey, buddy, can you see him or no?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, you're only 21. You've pretty much like been around though.
Yeah, 21 years old.
No, I'm 24.
Or well, 24. Yeah.
Well, the other guy is 20. No, the other guy's 19. He's a baby.
Yeah, the guy was 19. Yeah.
I don't do shit.
Well, I mean, the military's fulfilled a lot of that, so
Yeah.
can't really.
All you can be, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
GI. Now, did you like GI Joe?
Yeah.
See, when you didn't have GI Joe when you were a kid, so we were kids. We used to all like GI Joe.
Yeah.
Did you have that, Chris? Or you
Yeah.
were too young?
No. We had that. I had a bunch of like Cobra Commander toys and stuff, man, when I was a kid.
If you could find those new son of a bitch. If you could find those new in the box,
Yeah.
or on card, or whatever. I remember we used to have some of those on, but I sold them way too long. I bought them and I flipped them, but I'm talking about like 20 years ago. You know, like
I'm 12.
stuff that I did like. No, because we used to do that years ago. We used to buy them, but then we'd go to like conventions, and flip them.
Okay. Man,
But
I
also,
wish my parents didn't get rid of all my what's it called, my GI Joe toys when I was younger, man.
yeah,
I lost a
I used
lot
to
of my
love
toys.
I used to love GI Joe, and I used to love the Thundercats. And what was the other one? Masters of the Universe, or as they would say in England, the Masters of the Universe. The Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, Natalie, if you learn, just learning a little bit anywhere you go, and a lot of people say this, people will treat you better if you at least show that you try,
Yeah.
to just say, like hello at least. I don't really, I didn't really, well, I guess I did. Most of the time I always said, no, I did say konnichiwa. That's like the normal, like hello. And then you have like konbanwa. That's like good evening. And then Ohio Ohio gozaimasu. That's good morning. So just, yeah, for those three, like that's the main thing. Just saying hello. I don't know.
Did you have to bow too? What?
No, that's not like a. I always say, like that's kind of like a head nod that's I see a lot of people do. They'd say like that seemed to be the thing. And then also like when you would go into like restaurants, this was not obnoxious. That was kind of bad, but it did get to the point where it was kind of like it would get it kind of annoying. But they would every time you'd go into a restaurant, they would like say something. I can't remember. It's like welcome and have a good time or something like that. They would say something really fast, but it was every single restaurant you go into. Then like everyone, you'd walk in and it was like, like everyone in the back would say that. And it's
yeah.
Bonsai.
Yeah,
Bonsai.
restaurants that do it here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'd leave, and then they'd say like, like it was a little bit less, but like like when you walk in there, like I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what they said. But like they always dragged it on like at the end, like
Yeah.
whatever.
You say like what else did you learn? Japanese. I'm trying to think. I know a few things.
I know 1 to 10.
Ichi ni san shi go roku nana hachi kyu ju, and then it's ju ichi ju ni ju san ju. Well, you say so. 4 can be shi or yon, and you say it different. Well, I know the money too. So like,
Yeah.
it's like how we say like it'd be like $1 or like $10 or like $100, and then they also say like some people say like bucks, like like $1, $2, $3. They kind of have like a little bit of differences with that as well. But like it's like it's like hyaku yen. That's like 100 yen, which is about $1. It's like a common thing. Or like goju yen. That's 50 yen. That's like 50 cents. Or
yeah. Why don't I don't understand why they should cut a zero? I know you must have gotten sticker shock when you first went into a store and saw things for like 48,000 yen. You're like,
yeah. That's 40. That's like that's about $40 US.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like, but when you look at it, it was like I remember somebody found Turkish or Italian lira in the basement. They're like, "Oh my god, I found like 1,000,000 lira." Million lira is not much shit.
Vietnamese is worse. It's called dong. Vietnamese dong. It's ridiculous. They're all bills. It's all like little. It's all bills, and then like the smallest one, like 1 cent, is like 1,000. It's like, and it's like it's still worth like less than a cent if I remember correctly.
Did you ever see the Zimbabwe currency?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, you got to look it up. It's like when they had hyperinflation, like 10 years ago, 12 years, whatever it was, like literally, like their currency went. It was like $1 trillion bills.
What?
Wow.
I swear to God,
That's crazy.
yeah, like it would be like billion, 100 billion. They just had hyperinflation, then it went to trillion. People sell them on eBay. They actually sell the Zimbabwe currency. All right, guys, I'm going in the house.
All right.
It's been real. Maybe I might see you in the chat. Maybe I might get a couple listings done before I go to bed if I stay awake.
I'm probably gonna hit the hay now.
Oh, you guys are cutting off? All right.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Who's up now? England? England is going live now?
I don't think so. I know Cliff is live still. He's
Who's
doing
that?
his print. He's the guy with the 3D printer.
Oh, forget it. That guy's the most annoying with that printer.
Hey, that's my guy. That's my guy.
I
Yeah.
didn't say he was annoying. I said his damn printer's annoying.
Oh,
It's
you
just
don't like
something
hearing the printer?
Yeah, he doesn't like the printer. Yeah.
Who the hell? If I was playing a printer for you.
Hey, that's like ASMR stuff right there, buddy.
Hey, I'll show you this real quick too, though, because I said
That's
something about
freaking
it
weird
Okay.
ASMR.
before we go. Yeah,
Okay.
there's the
Wow.
elephant
Oh,
in
Wow,
front of
that's
the
crazy, man.
That temple was beautiful. That was all like carved. The ends, it was all intricately carved inside. Like I
that's in
pictured,
Phuket too?
no, this was in oh my goodness, hold on. It's in Thailand. I forget the.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That
It's
building is
in-
beautiful.
Yeah, it is really, and it overlooks the ocean too. It's really
Wow.
nice.
And
I-
because my friend who went there, he went, the guy with the durians, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and he's like, because he went to China and then went there. He's like, I was like, well, what's the difference between China and Thailand? He's like, Phil. he's like in Thailand, he's like it's like a dream for him, and he eats everything, and he's like in China he wouldn't even eat the food in China.
I was not a fan of China. I only went to Shanghai. Now Taiwan was okay.
Taiwan is a different country.
It is.
So-
It is,
Yes.
and it isn't.
It's a
You know how
different
that is.
country.
But yeah, no, it's completely different because it's a big industrial place slash like it's like a center place for Asian countries. Like
Yeah.
Shipping.
there's a lot of different cultures there. But anyway,
Like Jeremy Lin, remember basketball player Jeremy Lin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played for the Raptors.
Yeah, he played for Brooklyn Nets. I met him at you said you like basketball a lot. So you obviously, since you're from Canada, you know who Steve Nash is. You're probably
Yes.
right.
my
So-
dad loves Steve Nash.
Yeah, I love Steve Nash too. So what he does is Steve Nash lives in New York City, and he does every year. It's called the Showdown in Chinatown. You can Google it, right? And what he does is he does a charity event where you go to Chinatown, and there's this big park. I forgot the name of the park, but they have a huge, not huge, but regular soccer field, like a regular, official soccer field in the middle of Chinatown. And you could pay money. I don't know. I must have been having a good week because I paid like $300. You can go on the field with them, so you get to meet. It's a charity event, so he has him and all his friends.
Mhm.
So I got to meet Jeremy Lin was there. I met JJ Redick. He was there,
Oh wow.
and it was kind of funny because I was eavesdropping on them talking, and I knew where JJ Redick was going. He went to the 76ers because before he even was announced to go, whatever it is, he's like,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
like,
Wow.
yeah. So he was like, just listening to where they're going, because he's like, yeah, my wife likes that apartment, we got.
Yeah.
So I already knew he was going to there. I met him, but they're small. Those guys are real. They were much smaller than I expected. What you call it? Jeremy Lin was very frail, very thin. Jason JJ Redick was much smaller than I thought he would be in real life. The guy who was enormous was Joel Embiid.
Oh, he's like 7 foot something.
No, but he was wide too. This was a few years ago. He was
Yeah.
so big. I mean, I never seen a guy this size in my life. Joel Embiid was.
Yeah.
And then there was some. I don't know if you know soccer players, like they had some guys from Chelsea and a couple guys from Liverpool. This guy, Frank Ribéry. I don't know if you know who he is. Christian Fuchs. I don't know if you know who he is. A bunch of this.
I barely know anyone, and unfortunately, yeah,
Soccer. Yeah.
not too much.
But Frank Ribéry, he used to be really popular. He was, he was a French soccer, obviously French, whatever. But it was a really good time. And then Steve Nash, obviously, you get to watch him. And it was funny because I had my jersey on. It was an Adidas jersey, and the people came up to me. They're like, "Oh, you have to change your shirt," and I'm like, "I'm not changing my
Really?
shirt," because the event was sponsored by Nike.
Oh, I
So-
see. Okay.
So on my jersey, they had to put a big sticker because it's on like televised. Whatever it was. So they had to put a big sticker over my chest that had Adidas on it. I was like, but it was cool. I would go back. I would do it again, but it's like $300, and plus to drive into the city. I mean, it was a lot, but it was a really good time. To meet Steve Nash, and these other guys. The coach who's the Brooklyn coach, Kenny Atkinson. I don't know. You get to meet him. Somebody else that was pretty cool that I got to meet. I can't think. Somebody else who was a basketball player. I don't know. I can't remember. All right, guys. It's been real. I'll see you mañana.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Peace.
All right. Night, guys.
All right.
We'll
See
see
you.
ya.
Thanks for having me on,
All right.
bud.
Yeah, no problem. Have a safe trip.
Yep.
All right. Take it easy.
Bye.